Imagine this. Someone collapses in front of you, a stranger, a loved one, or a colleague. Their breathing slows, their pulse fades. Everyone freezes, waiting for help. But what if you were the only one who could act before it's too late? That's where Basic Life Support BLS comes in. It's not about being a doctor or having fancy gear. It's about knowing the right steps, in the right order, when seconds matter most. Most people believe emergencies won't touch them until they do. Cardiac arrest, choking, drowning. No warning, no time to prepare. Survival doesn't depend on who calls for help, it depends on who steps forward. BLS isn't just basic. It's often the thin line between tragedy and survival. What exactly is basic life support? BLS is immediate care given in the first critical minutes of an emergency before advanced medical help arrives. Think of it as the foundation of survival. When the heart stops, breathing disappears, or an airway is blocked, BLS keeps oxygen moving and blood flowing until professionals take over. At its core, BLS means recognizing an emergency, calling for help, and acting through chest compressions, rescue breaths, or using an AED, the automated defibrillator you've probably seen in airports or malls. The brain suffers damage within 4 to 6 minutes without oxygen, often faster than an ambulance can arrive. This makes the bystander, the parent, co-worker, or stranger the real first responder. BLS isn't about replacing doctors, it's about buying precious life-saving time. It's not just compressions, it's a mindset, the ability to stay calm when others freeze. The core components that make BLS powerful. So, what turns helping into life-saving action? The answer lies in BLS's core components. 1. Early recognition and response. Spotting emergencies quickly saves seconds. 2. Calling for help. Ensuring emergency services are contacted immediately while care begins. 3. CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Chest compressions circulate blood and rescue breaths supply oxygen. 4. AED use. Step-by-step guidance can restart a heart when delivered at the right moment. 5. Airway and safety. Clearing airways and removing hazards creates the conditions for survival. Individually, these steps seem simple. Performed quickly and in sequence, they can triple survival chances. The challenge? Too few people know how to do them. Which raises the next question. Who truly needs to learn BLS? Who really needs to learn BLS? Here's the truth. BLS isn't just for doctors, nurses, or paramedics. It's for everyone. Emergencies don't wait for hospitals. They happen in kitchens, gyms, schools, buses, and offices. When they strike, the first person on the scene is rarely a healthcare professional. It's usually someone like you. Parents need it. Kids choke, slip, or stop breathing without warning. Teachers need it. Classrooms can turn into crisis zones in seconds. Coaches, office workers, drivers, even teenagers. Anyone can suddenly be the difference between life and death. The scary part? Most cardiac arrests happen outside hospitals, often at home. That means the person most likely to save someone isn't a paramedic. It's your spouse, sibling, friend, or even a stranger. That's why organizations worldwide push for BLS training to be as common as learning to drive. Knowing how to push on a chest, call for help, or use an AED can mean the difference between tragedy and survival. BLS also builds confidence. Emergencies cause panic, but trained responders don't freeze. They act, move, and lead, often inspiring others to help too. Not all life support is the same. BLS is immediate care, recognizing emergencies, calling for help, performing CPR, using an AED, and keeping the airway open. Anyone trained can perform it, even without advanced medical equipment. Think of it as the frontline defense, keeping someone alive until professionals arrive. Advanced life support, ALS, is different. Trained medical teams provide advanced procedures like airway management, intravenous medications, and cardiac monitoring. But ALS is useless if the patient doesn't survive long enough to receive it. That's why BLS is the game changer. It bridges the gap between collapse and hospital care. Without it, survival rates plummet. With it, they soar. So BLS is basic only because it's the foundation. Without it, everything else falls apart. Here's the suspenseful question. Are you ready to use BLS? One day, you might be the only person standing between a heartbeat and silence. At its core, BLS isn't just a medical skill, it's a human responsibility. On paper, the steps seem simple. In real life, they are often the difference between life and death. And here's the takeaway. BLS isn't only for healthcare workers, it's for parents, teachers, students, athletes, employees, anyone who might face the unthinkable. Emergencies don't ask if you're ready, they just happen. Remember this, ALS is critical, but it comes later. BLS is the bridge, the skill that keeps someone alive long enough to even reach that point. Without it, the chain of survival breaks before it begins. So now ask yourself, if someone collapsed in front of you today, would you know what to do? Or would you freeze? If this video gave you clarity, let me know in the comments. Should BLS training be mandatory for everyone? And if you haven't already, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. The more people who learn BLS, the more lives we can save.